Prem Namaste, Vanakkam, Namaskaram. A very warm welcome to October and Sadhana, the inward path. On the program today, we raise our consciousness through Karma Yoga, the path of action, and Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion. In a fascinating special, we visit a one-of-its-kind yoga institute in India, and later on in the show, we visit the dedicated ISKCON devotees in Ladysmith. The Yoga Institute in Santa Cruz, Mumbai, was founded in 1918 by Sri Yogendra Ji. It is believed to be the oldest organized center of yoga in the world. Using Patanjali's Yoga Sutras to structure courses, Yogendra Ji believed that the knowledge, practice, and benefits of yoga should be available and accessible to all. Committed to the growth of consciousness through yoga, the legacy of the founder has been carried forth in his family from one generation to the next. We visited the institute during our time in India to find out more.
Bordering Mumbai's bustling domestic airport, the suburb of Santa Cruz is home to the Yoga Institute, founded almost 100 years ago by Manibai Haribai Desai, a student who became a yoga master, famously known as Sri Yogendra. He had a vision to promote yoga as the science of living, lifting it away from the sacred domain of forest yogis and bringing it out to the world.
I was always fascinated by the Yogendra family, by my grandfather, by my father, Hansaji, my mother, my grandmother, because they have devoted their entire life in the field of yoga. If you go back in 1918, when Sri Yogendra Ji, my grandfather, started the Yoga Institute, you will see the vision. It's so unique. At that time, yoga was just practiced by hermits. He was the first man on the planet who brought yoga to householders. This itself, this vision at that time when India was under British Raj, there were so insecurities and instability in the country. At that time, a man thinks that yoga can be brought out to the householders, and this should be practiced by householders so that they can take benefits. It's not just for the hermits, it's not just for the tapasvis, it is for everyone.
Founder did lots of research, founder Sri Yogendra Ji. So he felt that his guru says that come on, take this Kambandalu and come with me, sannyasi. And he said, no, I am not going to be sannyasi. I have to be in the world to help people of the world. And so Guru blessed him. He says, go ahead. And he then did research on what happens when you take water in your nose, or what happens when you bend forward, or what happens when you hold your breath for some time, or what happens when you sit quietly and stop thinking. All this research is done. There are few definitions of yoga. One is yoga means concentration. The object of which you want to know everything about it, you unite yourself with that object. Union of what? So you unite with the object of concentration, and that's yoga. So yoga means concentration. Second definition is yoga means excellence in work. Whatever work you do, you unite yourself with work, and that's yoga. Third definition is balanced state of mind is yoga. That is, body and mind should always remain together. Human mind is highly developed mind, so mind can run here and there. If mind is somewhere, things are done mechanically. You are eating, but mind somewhere, that food will not be absorbed, assimilated fully. Body will either store the food or throw it out. So mind has to be there with body all the time. So the another definition is balanced state of mind is yoga. The main definition which is given in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra about yoga is Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Controlling the mental modification of mind is yoga, or in simple word, full mastery over mind is yoga. So yoga talks about mind, not about body. And what is highlighted, unfortunately, is body. Body is a part of it, very little part of yoga, which talks about asanas. So in modern language, if I have to say what is yoga, I would say yoga is made up of three subjects. One is psychology, human psychology. Yogis have gone into the details of how human mind works. Second subject is philosophy of yoga. In philosophy, that is Darshan Shastra, what's your goal in life? What's the purpose behind life? So psychology, philosophy. And third subject is technology part of yoga. This technology has become very popular. In technology comes asanas, pranayams, kriyas, bandhas, mudras, meditation. All this is technology part of yoga. The technology should be used to understand psychology and philosophy. Otherwise, it has no other purpose.
Yoga, a science more than 5,000 years old, has evolved substantially over time. Sage Patanjali formulated the Yoga Sutras from older traditions and gave birth to his Eightfold path of yoga. The Institute bases its practice on this system of yoga, presenting it in a practical manner with a wide range of courses for every stage of life, for children, young couples, and the elderly.
When Patanjali came, he came with a systematic path that you have to take care of all aspects of human personality. It's a personality, not just body, not just mind. So yoga has to be a holistic yoga. So Patanjali came and he labeled it as Ashtanga yoga or Eightfold path of yoga, where you have to deal with step by step everything and you'll definitely progress. So this has become a textbook. This yoga is for every human. It is called as Prani Matra. Every person should learn this yoga. That's a foundation of our life. So what we teach here is this yoga, which we would call as a Grahastha yoga. So this institute right from the beginning has decided to teach yoga for householders. We don't make anybody sannyasis here. Patanjali made it very much clear that through yoga you master your mind. Yogena chittasya padena vacham.
These are Yoga Sutras. They are 195 in total, and they are divided into 4 parts. Our students have written this in 2 languages, Sanskrit and Hindi. Each proverb has got 1 line, and the meaning is vast. We have Yoga Sutra books. This was written by Patanjali to make yoga study systematic.
The Yoga Institute is recorded to be the oldest organized center of yoga in the world and is run as a school to promote spiritual awareness for the individual, the family, and society.
Let the world be what it is. Let the people around you be whatever they are. But you should be full of care and love and compassion. So you start giving love, you start giving attention, you start caring for others, and things would definitely improve, I guarantee. Situation, and even if they don't improve, you are contributing to the world something beautiful. And so every individual has to work on himself, nothing else. You don't get affected by the world.
In the institute also, she has brought in, when we talk about spread and awareness of yoga, she brought out along with Dr. Saab, he's always there with us in formulating new courses. So in the institute, it's not just about running few regular asana classes.
It also offers yoga therapy for health conditions such as cardiac disease, hypertension, respiratory disorders, and diabetes. Yoga is more than exercise, but an integral part of life. It teaches people how to relate with others, how to sit, breathe, withdraw, focus, concentrate, meditate, and enlighten.
Before teaching children, parents should be correct, because parents somewhere are not tuned to this idea of playing, going out, taking the clue from nature. Yoga is derived from nature. So many names of asanas are on nature. Padmasana from lotus pose, Talasana from tree pose, so many. So right from the beginning, if this yoga is taught and children start taking interest in nature, birds, animals, trees, flowers, fruits, that is one area where they'll be out, they'll be learning from them. That is one area. Second, little bit awareness about body helps them tremendously. So we teach them certain postures, like stand on one leg. It's a good exercise. Stand on one leg, close your eyes, and if you fall, okay? So a child is practicing. That also is a game. Yoga could be taught with games. You learn few asanas, few pranayams. Yoga always says, yogis, because they have understood philosophy in any case thoroughly well, but physiology of human body they have understood very well. That how your spine, your abdomen works, and yogis always say that your vertebral column, your spine should be flexible. Don't make it stiff. Stiff breaks. Flexible remains. It can take ups and downs and will not break. So keep your spine flexible. And we human personalities, our spine is upright like that. Animal's spine is like that. You know, every vertebrae which are there, they get the same pull from the gravity. But in humans, it's this way. So the lower ones are getting more pull, upper ones. So always there would be a problem at back, there would be problem in legs, hamstring, because you are staying upright. So yogis knew that human body thoroughly well, which part needs attention. So the first attention is on spine. Make your spine flexible. So there are 6 ways in which you keep your spine flexible. One is forward bending, another is backward bending, third is sideward bending, fourth is twisting, third is upward pull, and last is head low posture, upside downs, which we do in Sarvangasana, which we do in Viprit Karni. So these are the 6 ways in which we exercise our spine. 6 asanas are enough. Maximum you want some variety, so 12 asanas are enough.
Shirasana, or the head-low posture, commonly called the Topsy-Turvy pose, is a form of head-low exercise that requires great skill and execution. Observe its execution carefully. It is, however, an asana that is extremely beneficial to persons suffering from constipation. The Shirasana must be practiced in moderation by stages, first a few seconds and then gradually increased to 5 minutes. It improves the general circulation, especially in the head, and relieves pressure on the distended or compressed internal organs. It is good for the brain and improves the memory. It is also supposed to prevent grey hair.
I am very happy that this Prime Minister has taken such a stand, because that Indian culture, yoga is nothing else but Indian culture, and this culture has to spread, because it is a culture for every human, not India and Africa and all that. So we have made landmarks. After all, the whole world is one family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. We are all one family. So bringing that whole family together, which is distracted here and there, only yoga can do. So Prime Minister, this message to see that the yoga is spread. Let them start with even technology part, but let them understand little more to bring yoga into their day-to-day living, which I am talking about here.
The Yoga Institute is also home to the Sri Yogendra Museum of Classical Yoga. The museum presents a historical and balanced view of yoga with an array of indoor and outdoor exhibitions. 4 books featuring the teachings of Sri Yogendraji and the works of the Yoga Institute have been preserved in the crypt of civilization for posterity.
So Ma always says that yoga should not just be seen as just your physical practice. If you talk about yoga, there are 8 limbs in Ashtanga Yoga: Yama, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan and Samadhi. In order you want to evolve, in order you want to reach to the higher reality more and more closer, there are certain steps which yoga suggests us to do so. And nowadays, if you'll see in the whole world, people are just focusing on asanas. Hansaji's approach in yoga is always been the spread of yoga and right kind and the right way of yoga. This is very important. The holistic way of yoga is very important to her.
You have to see that you say that yoga is part and parcel of my life. I am living yoga. When you eat, you think and eat. When you are talking, you think and talk. When you are walking, you be aware and walk. Yoga is a science of awareness. That is the main thing. Yoga is a science of awareness. It is a culture of consciousness. We become aware towards our consciousness, our soul, our Atma, God, whatever name you use, and that is yoga.
The ultimate aim of yoga is to achieve purity and freedom of the spirit. Yoga then is the science of living a pure and healthy life, physically, mentally, and spiritually. To help achieve this end, a set of physical exercises called asanas has been evolved, which can be followed by anyone of any age, race, or creed. Yogic exercises can be practiced daily by every member of the family, for they serve as the foundation for good health.
Yoga as a culture of consciousness should come in people. And yoga as a with yoga, human will become more compassionate, caring, less selfish, rather useful to others. That should happen. Nowadays, people use yoga for fitness, health. But after becoming fit, what are you going to do with your fit body? Use it for others. You don't need too much time to remain fit. If you have a simple living, if you are aware of your diet, what you are doing, if you are aware of your activities, what you are doing, you don't get sick only. Sickness, treatment of disease is a byproduct in yoga. Once you start following the path of yoga, you will automatically become healthy. Heart patients, diabetics, asthma, they become healthy because you know how to live correctly. So this science is required by to humanity, and so let us all together work on this line to see that this science is given to every human in some or other form at any age, in any environment. This science can be taught.
All activities in the Yoga Institute are geared towards creating spiritual awareness through specific techniques that promote caring, discipline, and mindfulness. It believes that yogic living will re-establish balance and harmony in the individual, in society, and the world.